Welcome back to another episode of the Salford RTG Career Mode here on FC25, where we are into season numero 2. We are in League 1 action after winning the League 2 title last season, last episode, last Friday. We are now inside of League 1, and do we have some things to talk about to kick this season off with. Most notably, you will notice a certain goalkeeper. You might even notice a couple of players here that you might not have ever seen. Thanks to most of our squad going out on a free deal last summer, and I forgot to actually do the contracts once I won the league title to re-sign at least as many as I could, because I couldn't do it in January because I didn't have the money. Some players left, so EA, just to make sure we have a decent squad size, an acceptable squad size, the minimum, which is 22 players on the squad here. They added some players, which included this goalkeeper and Magnus Beck. Now, he will not be our goalkeeper. We will bring somebody else in, and then we will release Magnus Beck there. Kind of same thing for Ullman. Once we can fill that position, we will go ahead and let Ullman go, because he definitely does not belong here as well. He wasn't here. Same thing goes for Gaeta. He was never here, so we will go ahead and release him once the opportunity comes available. Osterfield was here, though. Bennett was here. French is obviously on still loan. Namai, who was on loan, is now back at the club. He could be a vital part for the season, whether or not. Ben Woodburn, there's a chance he leaves. There's a chance he leaves in this transfer window. Unfortunately, hopefully he won't, but there is a chance. He is our market value, or our overall value, by the way. At the moment, we can only sign players 69 overall or lower. So there's actually 68 overall, because we go one lower than the highest overall. He's the highest overall, so 68 or lower. The youth players are still 7 or 10 over for that up into the championship. Then the championship is 15 over the highest overall, and then once we get to the Prem, it's 15 for the first season. If we stay promoted in the Prem, or stay in the Prem in that second season, then we can go on and get the rest of the best. So there is that. Carnes is still on loan. Richards is here. Latham is here. Brown is here. He had a very good season in his first season at the club. Whether or not we can keep him around, hopefully we can. Chester's, we hopefully can. Obviously, we lost Kouassi out on loan. I think Morton got added to the squad. I don't think he's actual Salford original player that was possibly on loan. So he's going to be another one that we're going to get rid of once we're able to fill in the squad a little bit more. Loft and Stockton at the moment is our two main strikers. I would like to bring Kouassi back on loan, or back to the club from Blackpool. Whether or not we can be able to do that or not is up in the air. But yeah, our main goalkeeper at the moment should be Zahola. We are going to go ahead and recall him from loan for 20.9k. He jumps up to 61 overall. He will be our main goalkeeper. Does that mean we can go ahead and release him? It doesn't mean we can release him now. Give me 1 second. We are going to go ahead and release him. It is going to cost us 150k, unfortunately, to release him, but he is gone. Zahola is, at the moment, our number one goalkeeper. Whether or not he stays like that, he might not. Who knows? We do go ahead and have $4 million in our transfer budget to be able to spend. We have some youth scouts already back out on patrol. We have Italy going for a goalkeeper. Unfortunately, you can only go for one position when you go for goalkeeper. So Italy for 3 months with the one star. It is where it is. England for 9 months again. Center back, CDM, cam, and striker. And then we sent one for France for 3 months for center back, CDM, right wing, and a left wing. So yeah, those will be on rotation. We might even get a special scout report since we won the league title. I might give myself a special one. So yeah, some transfers to be made, some players to be brought in, some players to possibly be let go. Who knows the way of the road? But let's get into the transfer window action. We bring in our first signing, Alex Chambers, a center back off of the free market, a youth-generated center back, 65 overall. I want to limit myself to not only just limiting some free agents. I don't want to sign all free agents, but there will be at least a decent couple of them to at least fill out the squad. But I do want to limit myself on youth generated players, at least for the time being. I want most of the youth generated players to be from my youth academy. So 1 or 2 or 3, maybe I think 3 max for youth generated players is fair enough until we get about 4 or 5 seasons deep in to where we might not have the option but to only sign youth generated players, because that's all that will be in the club. But Alex Chambers comes into Salford City as a free agent. He adds a depth to the center backs, which we need the depth massively. So welcome to the club for free. Now, obviously, Salford City have a massive connection to Manchester United. In fact, that's the only reason why they call it, well, not the only reason why they call it Salford City. It's the only reason why they're more popular now is because of Manchester United players taking over the club, changing them from orange colors to now what they are, Manchester United colors and red and all that stuff. So yeah, they have a connection to Manchester United, so we are going to use that connection and create this sort of affiliate type of deal with Man United, where we're going to go ahead and try and bring in some of their players that could need some game time in on loan to the club up until we get to the Premier League, and obviously we won't be using that connection. So first one up is Joel Hugo, a striker, 21 years old, 65 overall. We are going to look to bring in on loan for the season here and see what they say and see what he is about. Him, Stockton. I don't think we're going to be able to bring in Kwasi. I just think he's a little bit too much, and I don't feel like loaning him back to the club. So we're going to go a different route here with Joe Hugo and see what they are about. We're going to try and get them to pay 60%. They want us to pay 60%. That is a massive bit of his wages, though. 13K down in League One action is absolutely absurd. Even 19K is still absurd. But we will go ahead and bite the bullet and do it. Joe Hugo hopefully will join the squad. We do get a loan to buy here, which I am completely fine with. James Gunther. I'm going to go ahead and try and just to do it with the loan note to see get him some game time out there. Seeing as we did win the league, let's give ourselves a little bonus scout report for the Youth Academy. Kick things off here. We start off with Enrico Palumbo, 52 to 70 potential. That does reach it. Welcome to the club, Palumbo. And honestly, I'm fine enough with that being enough, to be completely honest. Going over now to England, Jensen Smith, he is too good to be brought in. Albert Partridge is too good to be brought in for now. We'll keep him there. Leo Thomas, he can go ahead and join the club. Benjamin Tovell can go ahead and not join the club. Jude Hubbard, though, can join the club, and he will join the club. Bobby Waite will not join the club. Partridge, I'm just going to reject you anyway, because you probably won't decrease a little too much there. Weber, he possibly could decrease because his value is only 375K, so we'll let him decrease because his potential might not be that high in the long run. Kind of goes for same for Castell. He's 14 years old. Do I really want to waste my wages on him with his potential being 76? The answer is no. Kind of same thing for Shedia. I want somebody like 17 years old that I can instantly bring in with the potential that's a little bit higher overall. So Maxi Millet, welcome to the Youth Academy. Bernard, we will go ahead and release. How much damage does that do to our budget, though, is the question. We was at 2 mil or 3 mil. Actually did nothing. I'm going to go ahead and re-sign some players because, again, we have the thing where most of our players' contracts are expiring at the end of the season. I'm going to get that done now while we have money, and then we'll see what we have after that. Probably be able to offload some players, possibly maybe get some offers for Woodburn or stuff like that if clubs come in asking for it, because I don't see a world in which I keep Ben Woodburn at this club for more than the whole season. At least somebody comes in January possibly, if not now. Let's go and re-sign some of these players though. And well, that didn't take long at all. We still got 3 million. There is 2 players I completely messed up on. Cole Stockton being one of them. I'm going to have to come back in a couple of days' time and doing stuff like that. And then obviously Dackers. I might just let Dackers' contract run out though. I am letting Chester's contract run out. 36 years old. I'm not paying him more. I'm not paying him less. I mean, unless I can get him on something. Okay, so even that is too low for him. So I'm going to let his contract run out though for sure. Come the end of the season, he will be gone. He will no longer be part of this club. I still got to bring in a couple more players, so let's go ahead and do that now. 3 million to spend, roughly 3 million to spend. It's probably more like 2.4 or something like that. We are looking to loan out some couple more players. We could bring in some more academy players as well to loan them out instantly or possibly use them as well. I do think I can get rid of Ingrovka now, so we'll go ahead and release her or him. And then here we go. The best of the lot is Thomas, Millet, Gardner, and Hubert, who all just come in. Hubert and Thomas cannot be promoted until they are 16. These guys two can. These two are actually the only ones that can be promoted. So there is thoughts about me possibly promoting them and then getting them some game time somewhere else, possibly. We add our second player to the squad. It is another center back. It is another free agent market. This time not a youth generated player. We bring in a 6'3" John Rumpf. Welcome to the squad here. Joining for a free John Luca Rumpf. Welcome to Salford City. You will hopefully help us solidify our back line. Keep us up in League One. Joe Higgle joins Salford City from Manchester United on loan as a striker. Whether or not he'll be a first team or not, competing with Lofton Stockton, he definitely has some decent battles to get up there. But welcome to the club. The question: would he go to Lawson Sport instead of staying in England in his home country? Mr. Cole Stockton. If I can get 1.2 million for him, I will let him go. I will let him go if I can get 1.2 million for Mr. Stockton. We're gonna offer, well, not 100 million. Jesus, just 102. Well, not 102, just 1.2. See what they say. They want 860. The question: do you have any strikers that I can steal off of you? It can't be. I mean, it can't be that high overall. A winger. I actually do need a winger. Conrad Dello Fuente. Oh my God, I remember him. An American that we thought had the biggest hype. Did not. Manuel Poster, 22 years old, 65 overall. I don't know his stats. Looking at it, I need 1.2. I just need 1.2. That's the only way you're gonna get this job done. Is a 1.2. No sell-on clause. 930K. I mean, that's up there. You're getting closer. I'll go 1.15. That's as low as I'll go, though. 1.15. We don't want to see this deal through. Cole Stockton might be on his way out for 1.15 million to go play European football. I failed on actually buying a left midfielder, so we shift our focus back to the free agent markets, find someone about the same level, maybe a little bit worse for wear, but he's younger. He has more ability to grow, at least I would think. We go ahead and bring in, I forgot his first name. I think it's Elias or Ilis Najim. I'm probably going to mispronounce his name as well, but a 22-year-old left mid. He will join the club. Najim will have competition with Namai. If we don't sell Namai, we already turned down one transfer offer for him. But welcome to the club. I now have a feeling I might have to shift my focus back to a striker to replace Stockton. And I think I might have found someone. We need another center back because we really only have 3 in their own starting lineup, and they're all right-footed. I needed a left-footed center back for the 3 pair there. So Taylor Allen is somebody I found from Walsall. He's one of the couple options that we have, one of the many options we still have on the short list for center backs, and he might not be the only one we bring in. We might go back to free agents after this, but Taylor Allen, they think we can get him for 300K. I'm guessing his contract is expiring, so we are going to go ahead and go 350K, see what they say. They might instantly walk out. They want Tom Edwards, who is our other center back that's not really a center back. I can't let him go. I mean, I know I want to, but I can't let him go. We're going to then offer 483K, see what they say to that. They want 560K, which is completely fine, but we're going to try and get the straight up 500K flat, maybe chop off 60K, allow that to go to the wage budget, and hopefully get this job over the line, the deal over the line. And Taylor Allen joins the club. We chop off about 2.5K off of his 10K wage budget, so 7.5K. But Taylor Allen, welcome to, I almost said welcome to Sheffield. Welcome to Salford. And hopefully you'll be a big part of this team. And Stockton is walking out the front doors. This is not the player I thought I was going to lose, but it's a player I thought could have the potential to be sold. And sold he shall be. Cole Stockton, thank you for your fantastic service last season. The reason we got up to League One football, the top goal scorer of the league, top goal scorer of the club for sure. Gone to Lausanne Sport. Now, honestly, I still don't know if that's realistic. I still think he would stay in England. I think he would rather stay in England, especially being 31 years old. But the money was there, the realism, maybe not so much there. Maybe I got that one a little bit wrong. But 1.1 million, you can't really say no to that. We do have to go shopping for a striker. And I think I can bring someone to the club. Now we are in a preseason tournament and I'm going to use this time to test out some of the new players here. We did go ahead and promote one of our youth academy players in Malay because I think he can fit that CDM role spot perfect where Fornra Roy is. Fornra, he's gone. Maybe I should look to sign him back. But yeah, where Fornra was, Millier, I think, can fit perfectly going into that back line when it becomes a back four when we have the ball. Hugo and Loft, looking at them, see how they work as a striker partnership. Ben Woodburn, seeing if we can get offers from him. Still, he's a cam. It's still a midfield. Everybody, in fact, there's only, technically, really only 3 changes, or 3 remaining players in Brown, Woodburn, and Loft. Everybody else is completely different, including Zahola, who we obviously bought in last season. We loaned him out. He's now 61 overall. See if he is a viable option. To see if not, we have to go find a better goalkeeper. That is our main effort. Osterfield, Malay, all that stuff. Let's go and jump to it here. I won't show y'all too much of the highlights. I'll probably show you just goals like I normally do anyway, or just 1 or 2 goals. This is just for me testing the squad out. So I will see y'all at some points, maybe not, maybe towards the end of the game. Oh, and Ben Woodburn still has it. Ben Woodburn not taking a step off. Maybe he should be taking a step off the pedal. Hold on, maybe I don't like that. Ben Woodburn scoring a long ranger goal. This is a little, I mean, it's a preseason friendly, but you could count this as a little bit of a grudge match. If you remember last season, last episode, in fact, when we lost the cup final, the BSM Trup Kofi against Notts County, one of the worst teams. But actually, would have probably got, I don't know where they finished in the league, but if they finished bottom 2, they would have got relegated back down to the National League. I mean, Ben Woodburn, that is just special. We are at halftime of this game here. We are down 3-2, and just from the first 45, I honestly don't like I don't like my back line at all. I don't like it. They have not gelled well together. Maybe they just need some more chemistry on it. The keeper, the second goal we conceded was a corner, in which I think the keeper definitely could have saved it and probably should have saved it, but I think that's just keeper animations being unfortunate. Other than that, Ben Woodburn, still Ben Woodburn. Hugo and Loft haven't been really getting off well together. I think maybe swapping them where they're in a different role could be the thing. Najim and Brown, kind of unnoticeable on the wings for the both of them, so that's there. I think Malay is a decent baller. I just think he lacks the physicality of it. 64 strength. I think the physicality just isn't there for him, to be completely honest. And we have promoted him, so I think we look to loan him out. That could be a real deal there. The question is, we don't really have anybody else there, so we're going to have to look somebody on the market for sure. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this team here. I'm going to put Osterfield there. I'm going to put Bennett on the field. We're going to bring on Namai. We are going to bring on Chesters. We're not going to bring on Dackers because that just doesn't make sense. We are going to bring on Richards for Woodburns just to give a young guy some game time there. We are going to go ahead and bring on Edwards for Romp. I think Romp possibly there. Gaeta is somebody that we still have to release. Gaeta in the left back, but we still have to bring in 2 players to be able to release those 2 guys. I just got to remember to do that. But let's see if the second half can get off better. You can tell I'm missing Kuwas. You can tell I'm missing Stockton for sure up top. You can tell I'm definitely missing those 2 guys already. And see right there, like that was Edwards there on the defense there. I mean, that was just horrible defense. Maybe it just needs some more game time.
Well, as you said, he had a lot of time to pick his spot, but acumen to cut it out.
Namai into Richards. Richards in towards Loft, and this is more better. Loft is going to have to take up that Stockton role for sure. He's a little bit clunkier. And then, not Namai, Hagel can go ahead and take up the other smaller role. All right, well, that is this game over. The second half, I wouldn't necessarily say it's better. It was better in the sense that we didn't concede a goal. It was just a hell of a lot more boring. We were more offensive in the second half. I think Loft on the left and Hagel on the right, at least for now, if they stay as the 2 main strikers. I think that is definitely there. I think we got a loan at the CDM I just bought in from the Youth Academy. We look to bring in another CDM, possibly even another 2 CDMs as well. Center backs, I'm hoping they get better, to be completely honest. Keeper, I'm still out for, I kind of want to get some more actual game time in League 2 action with him before the transfer window ends to determine whether or not we have to bring somebody else in to possibly just do a little bit better of a job than what he can do at the moment. We go ahead and bring in another center back. This one free agent simply because he's 6'5". He's 6'5". Hugo Anderson, welcome to the club. The Swedish man will join Salford City for free. We go ahead and let go of Marcus Dackers off to Colchester for $300K. We say hello to Ben Witterburn, joining in on loan from Bournemouth, a CDM that was loan listed. We wrap him up, 62 overall. Welcome to the club, Ben Witterburn. And we bring a certain Ashley back to the club. He joins on a free. Osama Ashley spent the season here last season. Welcome back to the club. We're getting our midfield department fixed out as well now. It's finally happening. Ben Woodburn, transfer offer for Besiktas, a team in Turkey that has European football. Ben Woodburn. I'm going to try. Oh, who do you have? Do you have a cam backup I can steal? Do you have a cam backup? You don't. I'm going to offer 3 mil. 3 mil, 2.45. I'm going to go 2.75, see what they say. I'm going to try and squeeze them as much as possible, but still being somewhat reasonable. We do not want to see that 2.75 mil for Ben Woodburn. Wow. It's happening. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not yet. This is the CDM, the Malay guy, going out on loan instantly. We get loan offer, except the first one. He's off to the French league for the season. Maybe hopefully grow his physicality. That is the goal. But I have a feeling as soon as I quick him a couple more days, gonna get it in here. It comes. Ben Woodburn leaving the club. As expected, this was the one I was fearing the most, and I thought maybe with Stockton there was a slight chance that we could have kept Ben Woodburn, but nope, Ben Woodburn leaving the club to Besiktas. 100% would probably go over there to get some European football. Ben Woodburn, goodbye. We get 2.75 million, and I think I already found his replacement. I have a list of options, but I think I found a decent replacement. But that being said, he's 69 overall. Our cutoff was 68. The highest overall now is actually 66 overall. So our cutoff is actually 65 overall. So we go from 68 overall players that we could have brought in to now 65 overall players that we could go ahead and bring in. We also go ahead and loan out another youngster, but there is confirmation of Ben Woodburn leaving to Besiktas for 2.9 Besiktas, but Besiktas instead for 2.75. In the replacement, I want to mix the other options that we have on the short list. A young guy by the name of Leo Castledine. 19 years old, 65 overall, so he is at the cutoff now that we can go ahead and bring in. We're going to offer around 1.5 million, see what they say. They want Hugo Anderson, the guy that we just brought in, which means they want around 1.8 million, which isn't far off of what we were, so we'll go ahead and do about 1.8 million, just around his market value. They say yes, let's bring him in. He's obviously going to be crucial because he will be our number 1 cam now. He will be our number 1 playmaker now. 5-year deal. That is perfect for him. Let's go ahead and accept these deals. All the salary and all of that. 5K he's currently on. We're going to try and get him still on 5.5K. Same league that we're in. It's the same exact league, so he should be reasonable with that. And Leo, welcome to the club. First proper scout report of the deal. And now we're actually down to 76 overall. We are down to 76 overall, not 79 overall for the potential. The keeper, I'm honestly not too fussed about. I should probably even recall him, to be honest. Going over here, Ewan Yates, decent baller, just too good. Same for Teddy Forster, same for Reed. Herbert, 72 overall. We could definitely bring in Albie Herbert. Welcome to the Youth Academy. Luke Francis, welcome to the Youth. He's 13 years old. I'm going to go ahead and have to release that guy surely. And then over to France. Weber is not too good. This guy's too good. Valette, welcome to the Youth Academy. Murray, if it was just a couple days later, welcome to the Youth Academy. But nope, you have to get released. And then Rout has to get released as well. So little lackluster of a Youth Academy. Possibly our last signing. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe not our last signing. We've signed a lot of players so far. But another striker added to our squad, Paul Glatzel. He is going to be the one to essentially replace, not Stockton, but Kawasi in the sense, alongside Hugo. Him and Hugo are going to be the ones to replace Kawasi. Loft is going to be the one that takes the charge for Stockton, the more stockier build option there in our build-up. So we welcome Pal Glatzel from Swindon Town for 650K. Welcome to the club. The first game of our campaign here in League One. The first game, it's against Derby County. What a game to come. What a game to get anything in. It's absolutely absurd. But here we are doing the thing, and thing is what we are doing. Derby lines up in a 4-2-3-1. We obviously are still in our 3-back formation. Blackett Taylor is going to be one to watch out for sure. I know about him. I've used him. He's good. Tyrese Fornra, is that the Fornra of our... It is, right? Because he was on loan at Derby County, right? He was on loan from Derby County. I think that's the Fornra that was a key part of our midfield last season. We pretty much have a completely changed starting lineup. And in fact, we now have a completely changed starting lineup. Ashley returns to the starting lineup. I'm going to show y'all an actual thing here just because that lineup is horrible. Loft is the remaining player, but he's still not technically an original of Salford City. And in fact, the only original in the starting lineup is Ashley. That is the only original Salford player from the start of Season 1. He's back in the club now, so technically not an original anymore. But Loft was here last season. Brown was here last season. Hugo and Loft as our striker. Castledine or Leo. I got to remember to say Leo instead of Castledine because I'm going to mispronounce that. Allen, Rump, and Chambers. I'm expecting a lot more out of y'all today, hopefully. Zalhola, this is your real test of League One quality football. Let's go ahead and get into it here. Salford versus Derby County in our first League One game of the season. Our first proper game of the season. Is business time. It starts with Chambers winning the ball, then losing it, but winning it back. Rump out wide towards Najim. Leo into Loft. Loft out wide for Brown. Brown now across in for Hugo. Can he get up? No. Cleared away, but only to Leo. He'll head it down to Najim. Back into Leo. First time finish on his left foot. Keeper forced to make an early save. That's how you start a precedent here. Ashley, yes. Loft now in for Hugo, and Hugo might be in behind, getting taken out by a defender. A possible red card for the defender. I think he's going to be caught lucky just to get a yellow here because of the defender. It is a red card. They are down to 10 men. Jake Rooney sent off in the first 10 minutes of the game. Wow. Thomas. Win the header, please, Chambers. Win the header. Oh, my Lord. Chambers actually got up and won the header. Beautiful work. Gujai. Adams. In for Washington. And Washington. Oh, no. We might need a keeper. Oh, my Lord. We might need a keeper. I don't like that from our keeper at all. That's my biggest fear is that type of goal going in. I don't like that. We've got to be saving that. It just has to be getting saved. Washington straight to the keeper. He saves it but spills it. Elected to try and carry it out into eventually picking it up. And now Charlie Brown intercepted, and we're losing to 10-men Derby. but the pressure is on there. Brown in for Hugo. Hugo in for Loft on the volley, and we level it up there. 1-1. The deficit didn't last long, and an advantage to take over 10-man Derby County, who's just sitting back and sitting wide open while sitting back as well. It's not great. It's not a great look from this Derby County backline anymore. It doesn't look like they made any sub at all to try and remedy the red card. And in fact, did they make a sub at all? I don't know if they did, to be complete. Oh, not us. Did they make a sub at all for Derby County? They didn't. So they are just playing with the back three with Jake Rooney as a red card. So we just got to pounce on that. We just got to overload them now. Chambers passing, though, is awful. It might not be worse than Allen's. What was that, Allen? We can easily take the lead here. Loft in for Hugo. Back to Loft. And Loft to take the lead. No, off target. I think that was our chance to take the lead going to halftime. Before, I think they could possibly make a change. I mean, he has that wide open net. The whole side of that net is wide open. The keeper's standing way too far left there. Not able to take advantage of that. Wow. And halftime. 1-1 at the break. Yep, 1-1 at the break. Off. Washington winning the ball back. And Washington now 2-1. Derby County take the lead. 10-man Derby. Showing why they don't need to make the sub. They believe in their defensive capabilities and our possible off. Oh, hell no. Washington. Guzman trying to go back to Washington. Chambers will find Zahola. Zahola now out wide. It was Loft to try and win it. Is that a sign to sign a keeper with Diego Acosta going to Liverpool? Do we go bring in Kelly here? Oh, Carlo Hine could be. Oh, Hine could be a decent option. That's a decent ball. He's offside. Zahola makes a save for what it's worth. Galmine now on the ball for Darby. Into Washington. Washington back to Galmine. In for Blackett Taylor. 3-1 for Derby County.
There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
I don't know if I was muted, but a whole bunch of changes here. We have Osterfield on at center defensive mid. Chester's on at right mid. Glatzel on at striker. We also have we have Edwards on at center back for Chambers. It's Chester's now down the right-hand side. Tackled beautifully by Elder. If we can get a goal before 85th, there's a chance we can get a draw. It's Chester's into Glatzel, into Loft, and Loft near post. It's a goal. There's a chance. I said before 85th, and we got it before 85th. There's a possible chance here. There's not a chance when they start doing stuff they haven't been doing all game. And they get a corner like that. There's not a chance when the EA coding just comes obsessive like that. That's insane. But we could definitely hit them on the counterattack if we can get the ball back. And, of course, the keeper spills it. Yep, I see what's happening here. They're going to go short now. They're not going to go short. It's going to go in the back of the net. It's over the bar. We're not going to have enough time to get the ball up the field, though, is a real problem here. Chester's. Leo. Oh, maybe we will have enough time. It's Leo on the ball. It's still with Leo. It's still with Leo. He'll find Glatzel. And on his debut, we pick up a point here with the AI not making the sub for the center half that got sent off in the 10th minute. Don't know how we didn't win this game with that much space, but we didn't. We get a point, though, against a very good Derby County side that actually performed very well. But a point is something we can be happy with. I mean, it's horrible gameplay from EA and just horrible decisions from the EA gods. But hey ho, that's what EA do. Lazy coders, horrible developers, and I don't want to say horrible developers, but horrible guidelines for the developers. And a 3-3 draw is the end line of this game of our first action of League 2 football.
What do you think the visitors will feel about?
And just because I think we're going to get knocked out and lose this game anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and quick sim this Carabao Cup game against Burton. We win 1-0. Is Burton in League 1? Are they in League 1? They might be in League 1. Are they in League Burton, Albion? Are y'all in League 1 or y'all in the Championship now? No, y'all are in League 1. So that was a League 1 opponent. Oh, I thought they were a Championship opponent now. To be honest, I thought they got promoted. So yeah, there's that. We now have, when we come back next episode, the rest of the transfer window where I think a goalie could be priority. I am going to test it against Plymouth though. One more. I'm going to test it. I'm honestly going to test it three games. I'm going to play these 3 games here. I'm going to test the keeper against them, and then we'll have the final deadline day to make our decision if we want to bring in a keeper. If we do, it's either going to be a loan or a free agent buy, because I don't think we have that much money now. But we have Plymouth, who just got knocked down from the Championship, Blackpool, and then Stockport County as well. So 2 tough games in these. A winnable game against Stockport County. I will see y'all for that next episode. I've been recording this episode for 3 hours now. Wow. And there's only 1 gameplay in it. That's insane. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.